and welcome back to the Colour Cave, where we like to play with art stuff. I am basking in this chaos right now. Some of you will remember my little paintbrush trees and my little paintbrush forest from my Imaginarium, and they look something like this. I'm going to make a polymer clay paintbrush tree today, and this is my reference. The chaos has already started because there's a few things I had to do to get to this point. First of all, I had to make these bases, so I've done a small one and a larger one because I'm going to get hopefully a bit more ambitious, but I thought I'll start small. And I've got like a sort of grass texture on this here, which I have done all by myself. And so the steps I took to get to that was to roll out some of this green polymer clay, and it is Fimo I'm using, which is the Statler brand. And this is actually a mixture of Fimo and Sculpey 3, but it seems to work well together, so that's pretty good. And then all I did was started to stipple with this little pointy tool that I have, and it's like sort of figure of eight, like circular motions, and just kept going and kept going. I then baked these in the oven for half an hour at 130 degrees C, let them cool down, and that's where we are now. So the next thing that I did was to mix together some sort of dark brown for the trunk. Now again, the trunks vary in colour, as do the actual paintbrush part of the head as well. So I'm not too bothered about getting this absolutely, you know, oh, this has to be perfect. We can vary them, and it's going to be a bit more interesting to see them side by side. And I need to mix some colour for the actual head of the paintbrush. Now I've mixed some white and yellow here, and it's gone really weird. Like I was kind of hoping this would go like a delicate pale like lemon yellow colour, and it's kind of not. It's kind of not. And I think if I put a little bit of brown into this, it's going to dirty it, but I'm going to try. This is all like experimental for me, so I'm only going to put a tiny bit of brown in there. It's like a dark umber colour, and just see what happens here. I think this has got a lot of green in it though, so this might be it is going completely the wrong way. Look, it's actually going green. Okay, okay, I'm going to ditch that. That's not a colour of anything I would ever use. Fail. The other colour I've got is this really nice sort of terracotta red, and I thought I could maybe tone this down a little bit. Yeah, Mr. Jem bought me some Fimo for Christmas. Can you tell? So I'm getting a bit better at gauging quantities of what I need. I'm still not great at it, but I'm getting better at it. I'm going to try a little bit of this first, just to see what's going to happen here, because I think this might be too much. Oh, this is not mixing together well. Could be here for some time. I'm not sure about this colour at all. I do want like a kind of putty colour, or like a pale biscuit colour, which I'm not quite sure how I'm going to create yet, but I'll get there. Mixing polymer clay isn't quite the same as mixing paint, but basically I need to get the shape of the paintbrush tip on the go, so maybe something like this, and then start elongating. I could maybe just yeah. We don't need to make it really pointy, because obviously it's going to have paint dripping off it. But I want to make this sort of, is that the right shape? Yeah, okay. And then we need to do the trunk. I got some brown here. And I think I want to have some interesting roots. But I think I need to make the sort of main part of the trunk first. And I haven't completely blended all this together. Not completely. But I think I want to... I never even considered the height of this, like how tall is my tree supposed to be? I don't actually know. And then what I want to do is shape some branches a little bit, so like making some little ears here. And this is the one time where having fingerprints all over the actual clay isn't a bad thing, because I'm not going to want this to be really smooth. I do have to smooth out the lines though. It looks like a little slug, doesn't it? God. And then, oh, there's another great big line there. Okay. I kind of wanted that to be a bit more circular. There we go. And then we can maybe have some roots. Okay, now it doesn't look like a slug. Now it looks like a little teddy bear. The one thing I have learned about this is that if you have any sort of nails, nails are a problem. You're better to have really short nails to do this, and then you can't accidentally dig them into your whatever it is you're making, because that seems to happen quite a lot. Okay. Kind of looks like a wonky Lego tree. Ah, I've just done it again. This looks like a Lego tree. I feel like this needs to be fatter. Like, I feel that this needs to be bigger, which means I've got to mix more. Or the alternative is I can make my trunk smaller, which I think I like the idea of better. So let's take that off. This is only supposed to be a diddly tree anyway. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just going to do the same thing again. And then maybe actually this might be an interesting thing to try. Maybe if I split this in 4, like that. And then I can actually pull the sections out. Let's see what I mean about nail marks. But I can pull these sections out like this. And then that means I can kind of work with them a bit. Yeah, that's a lot more organic because it's actually attached to the these kind of put me in mind of the little the little squid in Finding Nemo, the one that goes, "Oh, you guys made me ink," because she swishes her little legs around, doesn't she, when they're talking about Nemo's funny fin. That's right. Okay, I think we're stable. I don't just want to kind of like plonk this on, and that's really basically what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to use 2. Well, I'm actually going to use 1 cocktail stick. And do the same with the other side here as well. And then I can plonk this on the top. This is not going according to plan. Oh no. It looks like a mushroom. Looks like a mushroom. I've ended up going for 1 branch here. It seems to have, like one part of the trunk here, it seems to have worked better. It's a bit more stable as well. So I think we're going to go for that with that for now. And we'll start putting some detail on the trunk and the top part. I need to do the same sort of thing on here. To make it look like paintbrush hairs. I shouldn't really be too precious about this because I'm going to cover most of this up. So I don't know. Maybe I should have just been making a mushroom in the first place. Okay, I have this little bit of light blue clay here that needs used up, and I'm thinking that's a great contrast colour for the actual, I was going to say water, no, the paint that's supposed to be dripping off the top of the tray. Okay, I think I need like half this. I need like a weeny bit. Oh, like this much. So really I want this at point in the middle and then to come down. Yeah, so like they give it a little hat and then press down. We need to make it look as if it's dripping. So I'm gonna have to manipulate this. Oh god. I'm gonna have to smooth all that out. Well, that was my hand being my hand. Love it when that happens when I'm trying to do things like this. Then we can maybe have a little drip. That doesn't look anything like a drip. And then we can have a little puddle on the floor. Yeah! And the last thing I need to do is make the little band for around the middle. I suppose a white one wouldn't be out of the question. Stuck to my roller, can't get it off. I think I'm gonna have to get one of those little plastic rollers, aren't I? Ah, yuck. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. There we go. Okay, this band should be wide enough now, she says, hopefully. Like these things, they seem like a really good idea in theory, but the reality is that kind of hard. Okay, I just need to cut this off now then. Cut. Okay, so I've just got a little bit of tidying up to do, and then we are going to go and bake this in the oven. Now it's still pretty basic, but this is only like my 3rd sculpture or something, so fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, okay, so here we have it. We've cooled down enough. Mike Wazowski was on a repair job in the oven. His arm fell off and I've had to glue it back on with Sculpey. It's a bit of a rough job, but Mike's looking okay. So yeah, Mike, my only complaint about Mike apart from the arm issue is that he's too dark, and I forgot that when you bake this in the oven the colour does change. But apart from that, I'm actually really happy with him. He's turned out really well apart from his weird arm that does look as if it's just been stuck on, but that's because it has. Anyway, so here is our little paintbrush tree. For a first attempt, I'm actually quite pleased with it. I'm not happy with the actual brush colour, and I think I'm going to have to work on mixing my colours a lot more. The dripping paint parts come out quite smooth. Again, it's a little bit rough around the edges. I could have taken a little bit more time round here just to make this a bit softer, and the same with the join and on the paintbrush parts. It's actually turned out better than I thought it would, but again I think it could be more refined. So I think if I was to do a bigger one as well, I could spend more time on the trunk and make multiple colours. And what I was thinking was to get a couple of different shades of brown and twist them together. I think that would make like a really nice wood effect. So I'm going to look into that a little bit more. I'll say this is like more for myself than for the channel, but I really enjoy this polymer clay stuff. I'm having a really good time with it. So yeah, I think we're going to have to be doing some more of these little paintbrush trees. I'm going to have to make myself a forest of these. That would be pretty cool as well. My grass turned out quite nice as well. I quite like it. Quite like that grass texture. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We have a few goodies up in the stash shop today as well, including a restock of the ever popular paint puck. Hopefully they're not all sold out by now. Go and check out, find out. Along with a few other goodies as well. So that's it for today, guys, and thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you back in the cave on Sunday for another video. So have a great day, everyone, and bye for now.